Welcome everybody, I'm Fabio Viviani and you're watching Fabio's Kitchen, where every week we'll bring you an amazing dish made by me. Winner, winner, Chicken Vesuvio dinner. Yes, a traditional recipe brought to you by Chicago First, and today we'll show you how it's done. Chicken Vesuvio, a traditional recipe from the Midwest Chicago, my home base right now, brought to us by the mafia of that time. I don't know if I can make him an offer we can't refuse. That's Il Padrino, has nothing to do with Chicago, but that's kind of my interpretation of a mafia guy. And this is an old school recipe. This is what the folks from Goodfellas would eat if they want to have a chicken dinner. The first and most important things though is to get the potato cooking. Traditionally, Chicken Vesuvio feature potato wedges cooked with the chicken. In my case, yes, I want to do potato wedges, sure, but I like to cook fast as well. I don't want to spend hours in the kitchen, so instead of using wedges, we're going to dice our potato. Now, are we going to make those mafia guys upset? Who cares? What are they going to do? Kill you? Those guys don't kill anybody. They're good peoples. So I'm going to make pretty much nice diced potato to cook the chicken. And then we're gonna start by cooking the potatoes. How we cook the potato? We cook potato in a good amount of fat, in this case olive oil, garlic, and potatoes. Why I cook the potato first? The potato needs to cook, because in the meantime, I'm gonna dredge my chicken, I'm gonna render the fat from the skin, and saving some time as well, because you know me, I like to get things done fast. If a recipe takes 2 hours to do, I can get it done in less than 30 minutes. And that's a reality. Salt, pepper, couple of cloves of garlic, coarsely chopped. Now, also, Chicken Vesuvio traditionally is done in the oven by frying the chicken first, frying the potato, then combine everything together. It's too much work. It's too much work. Get your fire up. We're cooking Chicken Vesuvio in the pan. We close these so there is some steam on it and we let it cook. At the same time, we're gonna prep our breading station for the chicken. Flour. We don't need a lot of it because in this case it's not gonna be fried. In this case it's only gonna be browned to kind of release the fat from the skin. A little bit of oil. Here's what we're gonna do now. Oregano, pepper, salt, onion powder. Now, sometimes people add carrots to the Chicken Vesuvio. I don't like carrots. I mean, I don't dislike carrots, don't get me wrong. I'm not on a rant against carrots. I just don't think they have a place in Chicken Vesuvio. I like celery. That's why I have a good opportunity there to showcase beautifully chopped celery by my culinary team. I'm not gonna chop celery. You guys know how to chop celery, right? This is a celery chop. If you don't know how to chop celery, go watch somebody else's show. Because this, although it's very simple cooking, I'm gonna assume that for the sake of your lifesaver in the kitchen, you can chop celery. Then we have sugar snap peas, we have some parsley, and we have some herbs over there. So the potatoes are cooking. Hear it? Yeah, potatoes are cooking. The breading station, here's what we're gonna do. It's very easy. Look, lightly flour, doesn't need a lot of flour. We put it there. And I use everything. I use dark meat, I use white meat. I lost my chicken. Chicken! I lost my piece of chicken. All right. I want this scene in the video. I want people see that there is a new Julia Child in town. I dropped my chicken. It's like when you drop something on the floor. I would never do that in a restaurant, of course, because you're paying for your food. But if I drop a steak at my house, I don't care if the dog sleeps on it. I'll just pick it up and eat that. That's the 5-second rule. As long as it's on the floor, really, if it's on the floor for 3 minutes, it becomes the 3 minutes rule. Pick it up as soon as you can and just eat it. What are you gonna throw away a steak because it just fell on the floor? It doesn't matter. How many times you have slept on the floor? Are we gonna throw you away? No. I sleep on the floor all the time. Every time I'm in the dog house with my wife, I sleep on the floor. Just kidding. I have an awesome couch. Awesome. It's a man cave couch. So what we do here, we're gonna brown the skin of the chicken with some of the flour. Like that. Go there. Let's check the potatoes. Woo! Now we're gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil again here, just to help the process of browning the chicken. And here's what we're gonna do now. See, the potatoes are cooking, all right? Look. You see that? You see they're starting to get nice and brown? You see that? You see the nice and brown there? So now, we're gonna add celery to it. Now, hold of a lot. If you cannot toss like this, get a spoon and stir it. But you can toss like that. Just a movement. Like, see that? That's money. Do like that. Then you close these and you start to turn your chicken. If you notice, the chicken is starting to get a little brown. The skin is rendering. The goal here is not to cook the chicken. The goal here is to release some of the fat and make sure that the skin of the chicken is nice and deep fatted. Also, I'm adding a couple of whole garlics to the chicken to flavor it, as well as a little bit of thyme. Like that. Back here. Careful, because chickens do explode sometimes. The potato and the celery is cooking nicely. We're gonna turn these again so it's nice and brown. See how nice and brown is? Look at that, look how nice and brown is. Can you see that? Here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna add a little bit of white wine. Get in there with the camera. Parsley. And I'm gonna cover it. And I'm not gonna touch it. In this case, I do suggest you to use a very good brand of non-stick cookware. You know, I use Bialetti in this case, it's one of my favorite. The inside is ceramic, non-stick. It's very important because at this point, you gotta let your chicken cook and simmer with the hot potatoes and celery on top, the juice, the broth, everything else is there. Then, we're gonna add at the very last minutes, the snap pea and some chive. These will literally take 5 more minutes, 5 to 10 more minutes, and it will be done. So the first things I've done, as you remember, I cooked the potatoes and the celery, so that gets nice and softer. The chicken pieces, they're not bigger than 3-4 ounces. That will only really take 10 minutes in a high heat environment, just like this. This is like a deep saute. Do you want to use a Dutch oven? Perfect. Do you want to use a casserole? Go for it. Do you want to do it in your oven and heat up the whole house? I don't care. Do it. The thing is, it has to be like in a hot chamber, it has to be in a hot chamber just like that. Now, 5 more minutes with high fire. These will be reduced. The celery and carrots will be even more tender. The chicken will be nice and juicy. the onion powder and the flour in the seasoning mix, in the breading mix, will release and create a nice, thick sauce for our awesome chicken Vesuvio. Chicken. I'm gonna put the snap peas on it right now. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Snap peas. Chicken. Would you like some white chicken? You need to be a man, chicken. All right. A little bit of wine, a little snap pea, a little chive. Now we got the plate. I'm gonna get rid of my mise en place. Look at that. Look at this. Italian, I have an accent, I'm extremely good looking. I heard that. And I clean. Not wonder why my wife would marry me 30 times over. Look at that. Boom. Done. Beautiful. All right, guys. Our chicken Vesuvio is ready. Look. What? No, literally, seriously. I could be about to get whacked, and this dish will stop my executioner, my assassin. If I was about to get whacked, this hitman will stop and eat my chicken Vesuvio as I whack him. Yes, I will be whacking him in the head while eating my chicken Vesuvio. All right, so here's the, oh man, like literally, look at this. Woo! Look at this chicken Vesuvio, man. Oh, look at that. I mean, seriously. And if you could only smell this. The potatoes are moist, the celery is delicious, the snap pea, amazing. Oh, I gotta eat it. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, motherfucker. Oh. Yeah. That was a very hot bite. It's delicious. All right, we're losing control of the kitchen here. It's so good, I'm losing control of my own kitchen. Man, that was really stupid, guys. I burned myself. Probably cannot taste anything for the rest of the day, but I still smell it. This is delicious. Chicken Vesuvio, everybody. Chicken Vesuvio. Fabio's Kitchen. You're welcome.